Hello everybody, Sticks here at the Token Minorities, bringing you another deck on Pokemon TCGO, and today we have part 2 of our exploration into the City Championship winning decks, featuring a deck piloted by Adrian Montoya. I apologize if I said that name wrong. Centered around Lucario, EX, and Bats. I mean, it's a very simple type of strategy, but I mean, he has a few tech cards here and there that help deal with certain matchups, so let's just go ahead and jump right into the deck. It's obviously centered around Lucario EX with 3 different attacks. You kind of use all 3 attacks, I mean, although you mostly use Corkscrew Smash a lot, and Adrian definitely tailored his deck to take full advantage of that, and then around a line of bats for extra damage here and there. But we will get to that in a second. Starting with the Pokemon, we are running 1 Miltank, just because, I mean, you have bats in play, and you will hopefully get a Crobat more often than not, so Miltank will be able to use Powerful Friends for 1 energy, hit for 80 damage, which is incredible, and also it only gives up 1 prize and hits for a lot, so that is great right there. 1 Shaman, just to get for setup, and you're only running 1, so sometimes if it's prized, you're a little bit up a creek, but not necessarily. You're running 3 Hawlucha for the Flying Press attack to pressure EXs, and also is just a great card to have in any fighting-based deck. 2 Lucario, really the main attacker of the deck. You have Missile Jab, 1 for 30, which is great for getting quick knockouts on really like non-EX basic Pokemon. You have Corkscrew Smash, which hits for 60, and you can draw until you have 6 cards in your hand, which is great for 2. And then you have Somersault Kick for 3, does 100, no special side effects, but you know what, it's still a good attack to have. He is running 1 Tech Jirachi. I'm assuming this is to help with the Seismitoad EX matchups. I mean, that's what I've found when I've tried to use this deck. I mean, if you run into Seismitoad, you get shut down because you don't get to use all of your items. However, Jirachi does have Stardust, which for a single energy, you can discard a special energy and prevent all damage done to Jirachi next turn, which is pretty awesome and really helps with that matchup. You're running a 4-3-3 line of Zubat, Golbat, and Crobat, just for like the different bites and putting damage counters here and there. Really helps with the Night March matchups. You have the Level Ball to search out some Zubat and Golbat, and even you can get a Jirachi and a Hawlucha in a pinch. You're running 2 Professor's Letter because you're only running 4 of the basic energy in this deck. So you will need a way to get those out because you don't always draw into them. Sometimes if you have like a Miltank or a Jirachi active and you want to attack with them and you only have strong energy, you can use Professor's Letter to grab the basic fighting energy. Running 1 Super Rod just to get some stuff back into your deck. 3 Super Scoop Ups for the Shaman. Turn that 1 Shaman into a couple if you get a couple heads, or in a pinch you can pull out some bats or whatever you need. Running 3 Ultra Ball to get everything out. 4 VS Seeker to make sure we can use supporters again. 1 AZ to, I mean, it's basically a super scoop up without a flip. Unfortunately, you don't get like the guarantee. Unfortunately, you had to use your supporter for the turn. There you go. You do get the guaranteed scoop up. But I mean, it helps for Shaman and Bats to kind of get Shaman out of a line of fire or to reuse a line of Bats. 1 Hex Maniac to help with, I guess, like Pyroar, or give you a little stall against Greninja Break. And I would like to point out that this deck does not include any cards from Breakpoint, much like Part 1. I very well could have included things, particularly Fighting Fury Belt, but I decided to stick with what the deck creator originally had, and so I'm just keeping all of the original cards. I mean, this deck could benefit from Breakpoint, but we are sticking with it because it is still a very good deck. We are running 3 Judges. This is how we take advantage of the Corkscrew Smash. We disrupt our opponent, get him down to 4 cards, and then we use Corkscrew Smash to get us back up to 6, hopefully stall them a little bit. Running 3 Karina to get the, really just to get a fighting out, and then also get an item, whatever we need. 1 Lysander, just, I mean, because Lysander is great. 4 Sycamore, we're running the absolute max of this just to make sure that we get a full hand of cards. For the stadiums, we are running 2 Fighting Stadium to power up our fighting type Pokemon, and 1 Silent Lab to shut down basic Pokemon. I mean, basically it shuts down opposing Shaman. We are only running 1 in this deck, so as soon as you play that down, then you can use Silent Lab to just shut your opponent off from hopefully being able to draw many cards. Running 2 Focus Sash just to make sure we live attacks, 2 Muscle Band to power up our attacks, and then a 4-4 line of Strong Energy and Regular Energy. So yeah, that is the deck, and let's just go ahead and see it in action. Already we have found one against Krell 201 with a Fighting Dark and normal deck, so it's probably an Yveltal EX Gallade deck, so we have our work cut out for us. Let's call the coin flip, go for tails. We do win the coin flip, so that is great for us. That means we will get to attack first, hopefully get some bats out, that way we can start spreading damage around and KO some stuff. We do start with an, I guess it's an okay starting hand. I mean, like, I don't like that I'm going to have to get rid of either, like, a strong energy or a focus sash or something. But you know what? It is something that we can work with. My opponent does start with a shaman, so that is pretty devastating for him. Let's just go ahead and go for the Ultra Ball, get rid of the focus sash and the strong energy. I'm getting rid of the strong energy just because we are going to be getting rid of it anyway. Let's grab a shaman, play that down, hopefully get some more cards. Well, not hopefully get some more cards. We will get some more cards. And my opponent just scoops, so that was a really quick battle. I don't really think I'll count that just because, I mean, we didn't even get to make a move. My opponent apparently just had a very bad start, and then they saw our start and they decided, you know what, screw it, we're not going to deal with this. So, yeah, this does not count, and I'm just going to go ahead and try to find another one. Okay, here we go. Let's hope that this battle is a little bit better than the last one. We are against a Psychic deck, and, I mean, our main attacker is weak to Psychic, yet it says we have the advantage. I mean, I've said this before, I'll say it again. I don't understand why they, how the advantage system works in TCGO, but I guess we're just going to go with it. We do lose the coin flip, a bit unfortunate, but this deck can attack first turn, so it's not the end of the world, especially if we can start with a Lucario, and nope, we are going to start with a Shaman. I can actually work with this just because I can Ultra Ball for a Lucario and then AZ up the Shaman, bring it back into my hand, put the Lucario back out there, and then just go from there. So, I mean, we don't start with an ideal Pokemon, and we will have to waste our supporter this turn on it, but it is not the end of the world, and we actually have a pretty decent hand to be able to deal with it. I wonder what type of deck my opponent is running. It's probably a Trevenant deck, I would assume. I think. I mean, I honestly have no idea, because, I mean, Psychic can literally be anything at all. And normal, I mean, that's just kind of... You can never tell anything by normal just because, I mean, Shaman is normal, and almost every single deck runs Shaman, so kind of just have that there. My opponent is taking a little bit to choose his starter, I guess... I don't know why, I'll be honest. If he starts with a Phantom, we will actually be able to knock that thing out immediately, which is really nice for us, and hopefully he is not able to get two of them out. So fingers crossed there. I really hope he doesn't have a Judge or a red card or something like that, just because I do like the hand that we have right now, and I don't want to have to discard a bunch of stuff from it. Yes, we would like to draw, and okay, so it's like it's a Mewtwo Deoxys deck. Okay, so this, I wonder what, I mean, maybe it's like a damage change Mewtwo Y. So the good thing about Mewtwo Y is its attack cannot hit for weakness, so that's really helpful for us. I mean, he will be able to hit us for a Shatter Shot next turn for super effective damage, but hopefully by then I will be set up to the point where Lucario can just take it out with 2 consecutive attacks. So that's what I'm going to hope for right now. We do get a level ball. Going to go ahead and play that, grab a Zubat to play that down. What I could also do is Ultra Ball for a... I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Ball away the Karina and the other Ultra Ball. Do I want a Lucario or do I want a Hawlucha? I think I'm going to grab a Lucario just because that thing can attack the Deoxys. Hawlucha can't, which is the unfortunate part. Let's go ahead and play this down. Play this onto the Lucario. Go for the Super Scoop Up. We do get it. Let's get rid of the Shaman. Put the Lucario up there. Play the Shaman down again. And this way we might even be able to get another supporter this turn if we so choose, which we do. What I think I'm going to do is go ahead and play the Silent... I think I'm going to go ahead and play the Silent Lab, that way my opponent can't get anything from Shaman, and then I'm going to Judge, make him down to 4 cards, see what we get. We do get a Fighting Stadium too, so we will be able to hit for more damage, and okay, I think I'm just going to go for a Missile Jab this turn, hit for 50 damage, and hopefully next turn we will be able to get something that we can work with. Worst case scenario, I have to VS Seeker for an I don't have the AZ, that's right, I shuffled it back into my deck. I think I'm in an okay position just because I can play the Fighting Stadium next turn. If I get a Strong Energy or a Muscle Band, I will be able to knock out the Mewtwo. I mean, assuming I get another energy, that is. So we do see a Shatter Shot, does hit us for 120, not the biggest deal in the world, as we do get a Sycamore. So what I am going to go ahead and do is play the Fighting Stadium down, go for the Sycamore, hopefully get something we can work with. We kind of get something we can work with. My opponent, unfortunately, will be able to take a prize just because we didn't get an energy, but let's go ahead and play the Golbat down, put that damage onto the Mewtwo, go ahead and get another Zubat out. So unfortunately, my plan backfired a little bit. I should have grabbed a Hawlucha just because it would have been able to knock the Mewtwo out this turn, but unfortunately things don't always go as planned, so I'm just going to go for another Missile Jab, hit for 70. I will actually be able to knock out the Mewtwo next turn with the Crobat, so I mean that's something to, I guess, hang my hat on at least. Unless he gets like a Mewtwo Spirit Link and a Mega Mewtwo, then we won't be able to knock it out. But we do see another energy onto the Mewtwo. We do see the Spirit Link. Okay, so alright, he does just evolve into the Mega Mewtwo, meaning that we will have to use Hawlucha to take it out, but we will be able to do that, so it's not a huge deal. And also we can use the Golbat to start targeting down the Deoxys, because if we get a single energy, we will be able to knock out the Mega Mewtwo, so that is great for us, and hopefully we'll be able to get it. My opponent will be able to take 2 prizes here, but I think we are in an okay enough position to where that will not ultimately matter. My opponent's taken quite a while to pick out his prizes. I mean, like, you can't really see what your prizes are, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But let's go ahead and play the Hawlucha down. We do get another Sycamore, so let's go ahead and go for a Crobat. Get damage off on the Deoxys, go straight for a Sycamore, hopefully draw an energy of some kind. We do, that is great. What I can do is play the Strong Energy onto this Hawlucha, go ahead and Professor's Letter to grab 2 more energy. I don't think I will be needing those per se, but I mean, it can always help. Let's play down another Zubat, let's go for the Super Rod, get the Lucario back into our deck, and I'm going to hang on to the Muscle Band and the regular energy in my hand, just because I want to be able to switch into Crobat to be able to knock out the Deoxys. And we do take out the Mega Mewtwo, that is great for us. We take 2 prizes, and we are in an okay position at this point. What I think I'm going to do next turn is, if he brings in the Deoxys, then it's obvious I'm going to play the Crobat and then knock it out with a Skill Dive. He's probably just going to go for a close encounter. That would be my guess, at least. What I think... Okay, so he does just go for a red card. That is so weird that he's using that. We luckily draw into something that we can definitely work with. So, do see a Pokemon Center Lady. That is kind of unfortunate, but what I do think I will do is... I think I will Karina this turn, just because it will be able to take out the Deoxys. Yeah, let's go ahead and Ultra Ball away this. And I hate to do this to the Strong Energy, but I think I have to be able to knock out the Deoxys this turn. Let's grab a Golbat. Yeah, let's go ahead and play this down here, put some damage on the Deoxys. Let's go ahead and Karina to grab a... I think, you know what, I think I'll go for the Muscle Band, actually, or the Professor Sycamore. Let's play this onto the Crobat, hopefully get a Muscle Band off the 7. If not, that's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. What we can do is play this Golbat here. I will be able to hit for 60 this turn. Let's retreat into this Crobat and go for a Skill Dive on the Deoxys. It gives my opponent an extra turn, but I mean, we can work with it. And also, I can always just AZ up the Crobat next turn, play it down, and then go into the Hawlucha. So I mean, we are in an okay position. He's probably, I don't know why he's attaching to the Deoxys. It will go down next turn. I mean, he's just wasting his supporters on, like, Pokemon Center Lady and whatnot. So he is just going for a close encounter this turn. Not a big deal. What I can immediately do is try to go for a Super Scoop Up, see if we can get it. Yes, we do. Let's go ahead and play that there. Let's promote a Golbat. Let's go ahead and play the Crobat onto this guy. Put damage onto Deoxys, that way we can knock it out. Go for this. I think I'm going to go ahead and play the Zubat this turn, and then go for an AZ on this Golbat. Bring it back into my hand so I can play another Zubat, and then I will be able to Skill Dive the Deoxys for the knockout, and then we'll hopefully be able to take out the Kangaskhan next turn through some combination of stuff. So we're in an okay position. We're in a very, very okay position. If I had a Lucario out, that would be ideal, just because it would be able to just destroy the Kangaskhan. But, I mean, there could be a lot worse things that we could be dealing with right now. And my opponent's just going to go for Birch's Observations. He gets Tails. That's a bit unfortunate. I mean, like... okay, so he is able to get another Mewtwo out. I will probably be trying to target that thing down. So let's just go ahead and... Okay, so I do get a VS Seeker. So what I can do is play this Golbat here, get some damage on this Mewtwo, play this Golbat here. I think I'm just going to try to target down the Mewtwo with these guys. Probably going to AZ up the Crobat to get some more damage onto... just so I can, like, spread damage out a little more. Let's just go ahead and AZ up the Crobat. I mean, I will have to discard that energy, but it's not a huge deal. Hawlucha will be able to do 100 damage to it next turn. And we are in a good position. I'm just going to Flying Press this turn, be able to 2-KO the Kangaskhan. I don't think there's a way he can switch out, and the only way he can knock out my Hawlucha is if he has a Mewtwo Spirit Link, a DCE, and okay, so he doesn't even have the DCE, so we are in a fantastic position right now. I will be able to just get more and more damage off on that Mewtwo as he just goes for the triple draw. So this is actually very, very good for us. So we get another Crobat too, so that is just amazing. Gonna go ahead and play the Golbat here, get damage on the Mewtwo. Actually, what I should have done, I didn't realize it until just now, was I should have just taken out the Kangaskhan with the 80 damage that I would have gotten from the Golbat and 2 Crobats, but oh well, you can't win them all, I guess. Let's just go ahead and get some more right there. And I mean, it was a little oversight on my part. Let's go for a Karina, grab a Lucario, and let's see what other items we have. If we have a Super Scoop Up, I'll probably go for that. Nope, but we just have a Muscle Band. I'm going to keep a hold of that, and I think I'm going to hold on to the Fighting Energy, just go for a Flying Press, get rid of the Kangaskhan, see what else I can draw into. I think I win next turn regardless, just because, I mean, my setup is so good. I have a regular energy, I have a Muscle Band, I have some Lucarios that I can attack for 1, I have another Hawlucha that can attack for 1. He does get rid of our Fighting Stadium. It's not a big deal. I think Crobat will be able to hit for 100 next turn, just because I have the Muscle Band, and I will be able to hit the Mewtwo for super effective damage. He is apparently just getting some energy and another Mewtwo back into his deck. This is fine. Okay, he goes for the AZ, so we are, yeah, we're still fine, just because, I mean, we can kind of just target down the Gengar a little bit. If he wants to try to stall with AZ, then that's not a huge deal, just because we will be able to take it out. And, let's go ahead and play this Crobat down here, get some damage off on the Gengar, play the Muscle Band onto the Hawlucha, get some more to get more damage off on the Gengar. Don't have another fighting Pokemon in our deck, but what I can do is grab another Muscle Band. And I think I'm just going to straight up Flying Press the Gengar. Put 100 damage counters on it to where it is in KO range of any attack next turn. Because I do have the Muscle Band, I will be able to attack for more. The only way he can like save Gengar is if he's able to retreat out. But then I can just kind of target it down with Crobats, I think. So yeah, I think we are in a position where, yep, my opponent can't even AZ it up, so I think we win next turn regardless. We're just in a very good position. He does get another energy on the Gengar, so we will be able to Dark Corridor. Okay, so we won't be able to win next turn just because of... Alright, so this is okay. Just because he has to bring in the Mewtwo, we will be able to hit that for 100 damage. Let's see how many strong energy are in the discard pile. 1, 2, 3... Okay, so only 3 are in the discard pile. So that is definitely something that we can keep in mind. Let's go ahead and attach the energy onto the Crobat. Let's slap the Muscle Band on there. And then probably just go straight for... I think I'm just going to... I think I'm going to play the Lucario down, play a... play a Focus Sash there, and then just judge 4 cards. We even get a strong energy, so that is great, meaning that I can attack with Lucario or Hawlucha next turn. And then I'm just going to skill dive the Mewtwo, get 100 damage on it, to where Crobat can KO whatever is active next turn. So my opponent is doing an excellent job of delaying the inevitable, but like I said, I think it's inevitable. I don't think there's a way that he will be able to take 3 prizes. I mean, he has to pull off some really, he has to pull off a really magical next turn in order to be able to take 3 prizes, because he'll have to knock out a Shaman and Hawlucha, which, I mean, it's possible, but I don't think with his deck it is, just because he has no way to do bench damage, and the only way to take multiple prizes per turn is to do bench damage. We are probably just going to see a Photon Wave, but again, that doesn't do anything, as it does decrease by 30, but I will just be able to, you know what, I can even, I don't even have to worry about that, because I can just attach to Hawlucha, and then I'm just going to Skill Dive the Mewtwo, knock it out. Or does it, okay, so it factors in before we, oh, I didn't read that right. Whoops, okay, so my opponent was able to stall a little bit, 1 turn, but I mean, Hawlucha is able to knock out anything next turn, so I probably shouldn't have attached the strong energy to Hawlucha in case he Lysanders in the Lucario or something. I wonder what my opponent is going to do this turn. He does slap a Lucky Helmet onto the Gengar, so that's interesting. He goes for the Photon Wave, but now I know that that is game, because I'm not going to screw up this turn. I'm just going to do what I should have done last turn, retreat into the Hawlucha, and then just go for a Flying Press to win the game. So, I mean, yeah, it was a extra turn because I didn't read the text correctly, but you know what? It's not that huge of a deal. I mean, we still won, so, I mean, there's that. But anyway, that was a long match that really just showed off how well the deck was able to work. I mean, my opponent was able to AZ up something, but we were still able to just hit fast, hit hard, and take out a bunch of EXs. So, yeah, that is the deck, guys. Thank you for watching. Again, all credit to this deck goes to Adrian Montoya. Congratulations on winning City Championships with this deck. I will leave a link in the description, not the subscription. That is what I would like you to give to us. But there will be a link in the description to all of the decks, and I hope you guys have fun using them for yourselves. But thank you for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And this is Styx, signing out. Why not? See you guys.